How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane, and I'm here to give you the first ever episode review of Miss Marvel, the new Disney Plus show that actually showed up yesterday. If you're watching this today, it should be Thursday. Today's episode is episode one, known as Generation Y, spelled WHY, which I take a special offense to because technically millennials are supposed to be called Generation Y, but for some reason they chose to call us millennials, even though most of us grew up during the 90s and part of the early 2000s. I will not get into that. I don't know who decided to come up with that name. And there's a reason why I'm wearing this Captain Marvel shirt today. I'm actually happy I was able to find this shirt and one that fits me. Some of y'all know my pain, but before we go any further, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. I'm going to ask you to please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell to be notified more videos like this. And please don't forget to leave a comment down below. I would like to know about what you think of the show, what you think of me. Just I want to know your thoughts, period. And don't forget to share the video. Why? Because it helps me out, right? Right? Try to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we're not going to give up. But first, we got to get to 200, and I know we can do that. So, I initial thoughts off the bat. Really enjoyed the show. Uh, it's interesting because the feel of it very much different than all the other shows, and I'm not gonna lie to you, all the other shows feel different. What if it was like uh, week to week? Oh, what's the great cartoon we're gonna see today? And Loki was like, what the hell is gonna happen? Uh, Falcon and the Winter Soldier was personally I enjoyed it because of the message they were getting across. And what is it? WandaVision is too many Wanda stands, so I'll just leave it at that. But WandaVision was enjoyable. Did have me on the edge of my seat, and I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Am I forgetting anyone besides Hawkeye? I would never forget Hawkeye. That's obviously my favorite because I am a Hawkeye fan. But this show and Hawkeye have something in common where it's a big comic book feel. As a matter of fact, I don't want to mess up her name because she is very important. Sana Amanat, who helped create uh, Kamala Khan. Yeah, Kamala Khan. I'm trying to make sure I'm not saying her name wrong. It's not Kamala, like our vice president. It's Kamala Khan. Who helped create her. She's executive producer on here. That's the best person to get for that. If you guys bring Miles into the MCU, please do not ask Brian Michael Bendis for help because all he's going to do is just cause more pain. But I digress. What is the premise of said show? And I wrote in my notes here that you get a homecoming Spider-Man feel from this because she is 16 in high school. That's where we met Peter. Peter was in high school, right? She's a 16-year-old girl, uh, big Avengers fan. Her favorite so far, thus far, all the way is Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, right? We get to see her have to deal with being sort of an outcast in school because even the weird, and this is what kills me, even the weird looking girls try to give her bad looks. I'm like, y'all weird, y'all stand in front of her locker. I just hate seeing bullies, right? You even have the one girl that was nice before she blew up on Instagram or TikTok. I don't remember. A personal connection that I have with this character that she is also a YouTuber, and she gets, you know, not a lot of views. She like I think her highest view was like 11, and I've definitely been there. I have definitely been there. Would be nice to get more engagement. I feel for you. I feel for you, Kamala, very much. But she has better editing than me. I don't know what she can draw very well. So I have no clue what she's using to edit her videos and have such a low subscriber count and have such a low viewership count. Makes no sense. But she does get good comments. Good comments can turn a whole content creator's mood just 360. Sometimes we wonder, anybody actually watching this? Do you guys enjoy it? A comment saying how you feel and what you think actually really matters. I do not remember the name of her YouTube channel. She has a sticker on her helmet. it's amazing. But at the same time, she has a friend named Bruno who I'd say it's nice to see people with a friend that's not a romantic interest. He's gonna be a romantic. They have a like their childhood friends. Her family knows him. They like him. It seems like kind of a romantic thing at one certain point when they're on the roof. I'm pretty sure another boy's gonna come in. She's gonna have to learn her lesson. It happened in the comics. It'll happen here. Gotta skip from that to this. So where where do I begin? Because you should always start with good things, right? Let's start with the good. The good is the feel of it. Begins with animated short. She Kamala writes her own Avengers fan fiction, which is great. And she does her own videos discussing them and their powers. She even listened to all the podcasts that Ant-Man was on to talk about, describe Captain Marvel. She even said, "Hey, you all say that she wasn't here to protect us. We don't know what's going on out there." So I can see when she shows up in the 2023 movie, The Marvels, which is gonna have her, my girl Monica Rambeau, and Carol Danvers. There's gonna be a point where Carol Danvers disappoints her, takes on all of the guilt that Monica's going. This is just these are tropes and cliches. It's unavoidable. I'm not saying cliches are bad, but it's unavoidable. You know it's gonna happen. So you can tell she's gonna be that shining light. And if you play Marvel's Avengers game, I feel your pain. That game is bad. But the story is quite interesting. And part of me wonders why they didn't do this kind of like that. Almost like this, right? She discovers her powers because there was a bracelet, a bangle. I think the bangle might be a quasar band for the hero Quasar. But this band came from her grandmother. And her mom just doesn't like her mother. Doesn't like her mom does not like her grandmother at all. She's always warning her, don't, you got to be good, don't be rebellious. And she keeps saying, I don't know who you are. I don't know this young lady. You're rebellious and you're doing. Let me give you guys some more light here. And you're being like, oh, like my grandmother. And and I don't know what it is about these MCU shows. Almost forgot about Moon Knight. Moon Knight great. Uh, where the moms are just horrible. I'm sorry, I get it. Maybe this seems like a accurate depiction of a Pakistani family. She's Pakistani American, also a Muslim. But apparently, with my research, she's not wearing a hijab because most Pakistani teenagers don't wear those. Although one girlfriend or one female friend does wear one, so you get both variations. But anyway, seems like these MCU shows are saying moms suck. somebody somebody had a bad mom issue because Moon Knight mom is a total B, and this mom is so overbearing and such a helicopter. Like when she wants to go to the Avengers Con, her mom is just completely like, nah, not at all. You know, uh, what are you gonna dress? And she's like, well, I'm gonna be like Captain Marvel. Oh, you're gonna wear those skin tight and be like all the other girls? And it's like, it's. I feel for this character. I feel for her because, and we get, you guys probably don't know this. One of the, and they call them aunties. That's definitely an Indian Pakistani thing. We get the voice actress of Symmetra from Overwatch, uh, Anjali Bahimi. Instantly recognized her the moment she came on screen because she's done some D&D stuff too. Uh, and they're gossiping about her daughter not getting married and wanting to go and travel, just go on a trip to Europe, and they act as if it's the worst thing. And I love that I can follow Kamala's thought process because I have the same thought process when she talks to Bruno about everything after she broke her father's heart. We'll get to that in a second. Where he's like, well, what does that have to do with you not going to Avengers Con, and what does it have? How does that connect to her mom, her teachers, and this guy named Mr. Wilson who dresses like he's from the 90s. He has two hoop earrings. He wears this very tacky looking fake Coogi sweater. I can't tell what his deal is. I can't tell if he's supposed to be LBGTQ or if he's just lame. I can't tell, and that's okay. I say lame because he's trying to talk hip. If he's her counselor, you are not doing your job correctly at all. Sorry, but yeah, moms in the MCU for some reason tend to suck. I don't know why. This is like a second mom that sucks, and I'm gonna say she sucks. Also, for those of you who do follow everything Marvel, the announcer guy for the Captain Marvel cosplay contest was Ryan Penagos. He's one of the main social media guys for Marvel. I've on one of my social media accounts I had followed him for a long time. I need to make sure I'm following him on the one that's connected to this. Down in the description below on my social medias, you can follow that. So you're probably saying to yourself, "Where am I getting to the good part?" The good part is the feeling of it. You're very much immersed. And Imani, oh my god, I do not want to butcher this young lady's last name. Uh, Iman Vellani. There we go. Very good job. I changed my feelings on her because while she said some things about not caring about the powers that she has, and that is where I will get to in a minute, she is very much a comic book person. She cosplayed dressed up as Miss Marvel back when she was 16. Just like Tom Holland dressed up like Spider-Man when he was 9. And here she is. She knows the comics. She knows that technically the movie verse is 1999999, and the main comics universe is 616. I said, you know what? This person knows their stuff. They're gonna bring some much needed passion and vigor into the role, which she does. Very good acting, especially from somebody that this is their first thing. Good job. Um, Music's good. Blinded by the lights that you hear in the commercial, the TV ads on here too. I appreciate that. Even the Pakistani rap at the end, pretty good. I'm telling you, they do some really. I don't know who is finding the songs like for this and the Egyptian rap from Moon Knight and the Egyptian songs, uh, and Moon Knight. You guys are doing a great job, whoever that is. As if you guys, if you're watching this, great job. Um, let's talk about some of the little Easter eggs here. Oh, I think I cut myself off. I said Bruno. Bruno makes a lot of stuff. He made gloves that's supposed to look like, the shooting things that Captain Marvel does. He also made a bootleg Siri for her family that they can speak. I don't know the name for the Pakistani language, but they can speak it and it'll respond to that too. Really good job. He's very smart. Looks like he wants to go to Caltech. Anyway, uh, let's see. We have we have a Mulan reference. We have a Darth Vader reference in reference to her treating her mom like she's Darth Vader, which I'm kind of on her side a little bit. Um, Marvel mashups. When trying to figure out how to make her costume pizzazz, they talk about Iron Marvel, Captain Panther, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel. The young lady, her name is Laurel, who acts like she doesn't even like Avenger stuff. She showed up there, and her costume was a mashup of Captain Marvel and Carol Danvers when she was Miss Marvel in the comics. For folks like me, those who are, you know, I can't really give an age range, but if you've been reading comics since the 80s, if you've been paying attention when it was Marvel was the original Captain Marvel, and Carol was Miss Marvel. That lightning bolt that comes from Miss Marvel in this show is what was Miss Marvel. That's how she came to be known as Miss Marvel because she said, "Well, she's going by Captain Marvel. I'll be Miss Marvel," and that is what the girl's costume is. It's a combination of the original Miss Marvel with the interesting doodads of Captain Marvel, which I got to give Kamala a big kudos because she even got the helmet and they got the little mohawk that's glowing. Steampunk Captain Marvel, which she says steampunk is dead, which I really hope it is. Zombie Captain Marvel, which shout out to Marvel Zombies. They have the Captain America song. That's As soon as you finish the movie, it plays, and it's like in the middle after he gets his power, and they want him to be a trained monkey. The I'm not gonna sing it, but they have that song, and then they also have a tribute to Black Widow and Iron Man because they died. I wonder if Captain America has suddenly appeared, and that's why there's no tribute to him, or is it because Sam Wilson is technically Captain America, and they're like, forget about you, Steve, right? But I am going to digress. Let's go into let's go into the one issue I do have, and I've had this issue since this began. My job, your job as a viewer, you don't have to research any of this. If you care a little bit more, you'll watch all the trailers and the interviews. A person such as myself, I pay attention what the producers and the directors and the writers are writing down. I pay attention to who is going to be playing what part. I pay attention to what they say. And her getting her powers from this band is not from the comics. And the power is feels so generic. When she first puts it on, there's a force field that comes around her. And she falls back, and she's suddenly in this world, very reminiscent of the Land of the Dead when T'Challa has to go through after he's taken the herb. Very reminiscent of that, because there's a bunch of people around her, and their eyes are all glowing. Then she's back, and she said, goes to Bruno, did you see all that? I have a theory about that. So, and she can also make these crystal constructs. When she reached her hand out to catch the girl because she accidentally punched the giant Ant-Man head, which caused the giant Mjolnir to swing, which the young lady was going to fall and break her neck. It stretched, made a crystal hand to stretch out, catch her. She was able to make a platform underneath her feet. Okay, her eyes have visibly changed color. Though that seems like that is her skill set. It is a far cry from what she can do in the comics. And the issue I have is that apparently, and this is coming from insiders, Kevin Feige doesn't want people to be confused with her stretching her arms and Reed Richards stretching his arms. When that is only Reed's only power. Reed Richards is a super genius. That is not a superpower. That is from hard work and good genetics. He is a super genius, but his other ability is to stretch. And if you watched, spoilers for this and Multiverse of Madness, hope you watched it, because I'm about to say it. You see him in the movie, and you see him stretch. Kamala Khan, Ms.Marvel's abilities. As I read this from my computer, morphogenics, superhuman strength and durability, elasticity, plasticity, malleability, appearance alteration, regenerative healing factor, bioluminescence, shapeshifting, size alteration, manipulation. Let me just go ahead and just put that into one basket, shapeshifting. And as a matter of fact, she gave it the name embiggening. And when they were making this character, they said that she's a combination of Ant-Man and Mr. Fantastic. She can grow or shrink. She can change her facial appearance to be another person. She can even turn into an inanimate object. She doesn't use it very often, but she can do that. She can become paper thin like a cartoon, like cartoons getting flattened. She can stretch and do all that. To say that you are worried that people will be confused that there are two people that can stretch. Dude, you know how many people can fly? So I should be confused that Vision can fly, that Scarlet Witch can fly, that Falcon can fly, that War Machine. Oh man, I can't tell the difference between War Machine and Iron Man. Do you know how stupid that sounds? Because it does sound stupid. Let's talk about how she got her powers. So let's talk about this Inhuman failure. And there's been tons of failure because I didn't even watch the Inhuman show because I saw the trailer and I already came with the bias. I don't like Inhumans. No, there's only 3 important Inhumans in my opinion. That is Medusa, Lockjaw, and Crystal. In that order. Don't care about Black Bolt. I get that the Black Bolt that sent Hulk into space was probably a Skrull. I do not care. I do not care about Black Bolt. I do think it is cool, spoilers again for Multiverse of Madness, that the guy who played him in the show got to play him in Multiverse of Madness. Good for you. That's great. I don't care about Inhumans, and I don't care about Eternals. Is it because I have a bias towards the X Men? You bet your butt I do. Because when Marvel tried this whole thing, that whoever was in charge at the time, I'm so mad that Fox have the X Men, and we can't do anything with them. Don't make new X Men. Let's kill them off. Let's do Inhuman Avengers versus X Men. Everybody's on the X Men side. Screw the Avengers. Avengers are a bunch of hypocritical people. While mutants died, they rarely did anything, if anything at all. Oh, well, let's do Inhumans versus X Men. They're similar, right? No, because the Inhumans are a byproduct of the Celestials. After they are the what they are what Cro Magnum is to human. Inhuman is to normal human. So all their superpowers, they can stay their ass on the moon, which is where their base is. Kamala Khan got her powers. Coincidentally, she snuck out to go to a high school party because her mom wouldn't let her. And Black Bolt and all these jerks set off Terrigen Mist that went around the world. Very reminiscent of the Earth X, alternate storylines and its prequels and sequels. Earth X is basically another version of Ultimates because it is super sad. A lot of people die that shouldn't have to die. And another reason why I don't like Inhumans is during the Inhumans versus X-Men bit, them releasing Terrigen Mist everywhere put Rogue in a coma and messed up her face badly. Killed Cyclops, making Emma Frost, the goat, the Bay, making her go into such a depressive rage that she's like, we're gonna fight them. She had to hide that Cyclops had died because of the Terrigen Mist is deadly to mutants. And every time Marvel put out a poll, not even Ms.Marvel. The only one that came close to winning her poll, I think, was Medusa and Crystal. No one gives, and Ms.Marvel. No one cares about the Inhumans. And so when this mist goes off, several things happen. Either you go into a cocoon and you come out and you have powers, or you go into a cocoon and you die. That is the problem with the Terrigen Mist. So, this is how she got her powers. Um, for everyone that's like, she's wearing a domino mask, how can she conceal her face? Well, she was wearing this helmet and she was 5 feet away from a person she goes to school with every day, and they didn't recognize her. There is also an effect called the domino mask effect, where the domino mask, it's a whole psychological bit. Maybe I'll make another video about it. Where if you look at a person with a domino mask, your mind is telling you cannot believe that this person, you're a loser. You can't be Robin Dick Grayson because you're a dummy. You're a loser. No way. This is another person. It's the same thing with Clark Kent slouches. So when he's Superman, he can stand up straight. It's that whole principle. Because she can shapeshift her face, doesn't really matter if I wear a domino mask. I can make my chin sharper. I can make my eyes look like anime eyes. Doesn't really matter, right? But you don't have that with this. I just kind of feel like it kind of cheapens the character a little bit. The one thing that offsets this is the good acting and the good feel of this show. That is the one thing that offsets this entire thing. Another thing I just thought about. The young lady, Laurel, she has blonde hair. Didn't even change her hair color. Well, she didn't have to change her hair color, does she? She has blonde hair, I think. She could have easily been Carla Sofin, aka Moonstone, aka the biggest rival to Carol Danvers, Ms.Marvel, for a long time. You guys have not shown any of Carol's rogues aside from Kree people in that one flashback movie. I don't even know what to say at this moment. It's just I have issues with some of this stuff. Uh, I do one thing I do like. I like that Kamala, when her mother goes, do you want to be a girl whose head, this cosmic girl whose head is in the clouds, and blah 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 blah. And it feels like her mother just wants her to just shut up and obey and be a little girl like she was years ago, where she's changing now. And the last line that she speaks is cosmic girl, because she looks at her Captain Marvel poster, she looks at the fact that she has powers. Nah, I'm not just. I'm gonna be. It's hilarious that her mom tells her you need to focus on you and focus on your family and focus on who you're gonna be and don't be rebellious and everything else. It's like I don't understand. You're telling her she's doing exactly what you're telling her to do. Although, now I said I'll bring up, she made her dad cry because her mom made, Pakistani outfit for her to be Mini Hulk and her dad to be Big Hulk. And it's the whole parent thing, the parents don't get it thing. And, she's saying, no, she's so adamant about it because she wants to be Captain Marvel. She's so adamant about it that she upsets her dad. And actually, it was making her cry that it looked like she made her dad cry. If he can't go with her and be that, then she can't go at all. And even her mom did take time making her that outfit. I see both sides in that instance, mostly for her dad because I feel bad for her dad. He seems like a really good guy. As a matter of fact, her mom outwardly says that she doesn't trust her. When Kamala's like, "You don't trust me," and she's like, "No," but her dad's like, "No, of course we do." I don't like her mom. What Kate Bishop's mom is just as bad. Just moms suck. Moms suck in these shows. In the Disney Plus shows, they are bad. I'm pretty sure they'll have some type of reconciliation. And I'm pretty sure her mom knows what that band does. The whole thing that's been quoted going around is talking about gens and how her power might be genie power. I don't want that. That's gonna sound stupid. I have a feeling that place she went to is a Terrigen Mist Terrigen Mist inside of there showing there are Inhumans on the moon, or that there are Inhumans out in the world and you just don't know it yet. Just integrate the Inhumans into somebody else's movies. They don't need their own show because that show was garbage. I couldn't get through the first episode. They don't need their own movie because no one cares about the Inhumans. You're gonna have another Eternals issue if you do that. All of this to say, I give this first episode a 4 out of 5. It's not spectacular. It does not suck. And the acting, legitimately, the acting and atmosphere saves this, and that's how it should be. I'm not keen on these powers. I'm not keen on some of the decisions that they are making. But you know what? They have Sanaa as their executive producer. I'm pretty sure she's not going to let them do her wrong. We do get a moment where she has on that outfit, and she kind of looks at her butt, and she's like, "I don't want my butt out." So she goes to get a sash to cover herself, a la Ms.Marvel, both of them. I can't wait for her to wear her trademark scarf. I'm in. I'm gonna go to this whole journey with you. And because of this show, I have another video coming up about, are there too many female characters now in the MCU? This is gonna be a fun one. But please, let me know what you thought of the show and episode. And let me know what you thought of the show and the episode in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, notification bell as well, so you get notified of more videos just like this. I genuinely want to know what you think of Ms. Marvel. I'm in it, 4 out of 5. I want to know your scores down below. Please, be good, be blessed. Thank you for taking some time out to spend some time with me. Don't forget, wash your hands, wear a mask, be safe out there, be good to yourself, be good to others. Either way it goes, don't be a jerk. And I will most definitely see you guys next time. I'm just saying, she made a force field to step on top of. Are you not worried about her looking like Sue Storm? Seriously.